So let's go ahead and go into it and talk about our favorite game trailers or slash reveals. Are you going to start first, Z?
You may know about this already, but it was the very first review and announcement. Oh, I can't wait. Seriously, I'm talking about Death Stranding 2. It's quite hard to explain. I've done so many videos about it as well. It's like probably one of my favorite games of all time for real. And man, Death Stranding 2, I cannot wait. It's going to be very exciting. And also regarding it, when I think it will be coming out in terms of the release date, I
Yes, release
really do
date.
not expect, like, I don't expect this game coming out 2023. No way. I don't expect that. I really do not. I
Yeah,
at the,
yeah,
at the earliest 2024. At the earliest.
yeah. Because it's still a working title anyway. So like,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
the,
a
the
while.
name, the name. It says Death Stranding 2
Working
working
title.
title.
Yep, yep.
That's so weird. So it's like, what does this mean? Are they gonna keep at with the name? Are they gonna keep it, or are they gonna change it to like Death Stranding continuation, something different title?
I mean,
Like
yeah,
usually games can be.
Nintendo did the same exact thing when they revealed Breath of the Wild 2. They went with that title. It was still working title, and then Tears of the
Yeah,
Kingdom was officially announced to be the actual title. So, and that was like years ago when it was before it was first revealed. So this is
yeah,
definitely gonna take a while. I'm guessing 24 or even I don't know, probably 24. I'm guessing 24 also 2024, definitely.
yeah.
Do
Perhaps.
would you need to play the first one? You think to get the grasp of this one, or what do you think? Is the story like
Well,
continue? Is it without spoiling anything? It's definitely gonna be continued.
yeah, I would recommend it, playing this first one, right? And if we're talking about the story, of course, so maybe getting your grips into the game and maybe understanding it a little bit more, keep an open mind, like I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I didn't play the second one yet, so I can't say if it's
Right,
necessary.
right,
But
right.
again, in my opinion, everybody should at least try it out of Death Stranding. But the problem is you cannot try this game out for an hour or two or even three. You need to have at least a minimum like 10 to 15 hours. But again, I
Jeez.
understand a lot of people. Yeah, because it's a slow type sort of a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Red Dead Redemption 2, would you consider it a slow type game too?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And so like you need a lot more time you need to put in far more time into it.
I'm definitely interested in Atomic Heart. I
Oh yeah.
I cannot wait to play this title. It screams BioShock. Atomic Heart looks awesome.
I like Atomic Heart the way it looks like as well because well it's in Russian. It's like Russian developers as well like made the game basically, and so it's just like looking at it like especially listening to this Russian music.
Yeah, like there's yeah. Like
Yeah,
I love when people use music for their trailers
yeah,
because it's just
yeah,
like
definitely.
I love it. It's just the kind I can watch this over and over all the time. It's just there's another trailer that did the same thing with. It was
Yeah,
a bit longer. Such a badass
yeah.
trailer. It's crazy,
Now,
crazy,
yeah,
crazy.
I've seen it as well. I heard it. It's like obviously it's not the original. It's a lot more calmer. It's
Mm-hmm.
not as hardcore, basically the
Mm-hmm.
tune, the Russian music of it anyway. But yeah, it has the similarities, and I'm just like, oh man, I listened to the song when I was younger, and now I'm just seeing it in Atomic Heart, and it's just like the way they remixed it into a hardcore version and
That's
stuff. And
awesome. Yeah.
the gameplay looks absolutely ridiculous in a positive way. It's like insane. It's just like
Yeah.
what the hell is even going on? It's like
Yeah.
it's like Atomic Heart has a similarities to Dishonored because the way kind of character handles himself, and also what was the recent game that came out on PlayStation? Then it came out a year later on Xbox. My God, it got like 10 out of 10s, but then a lot of people don't agree with that as well. Oh my God, I can't
Can't think
believe it.
of it. Yeah.
Deathloop,
Oh,
Deathloop,
Deathloop. I got some thoughts
Deathloop. It
about
has
Deathloop,
similarities to
but
Deathloop as
that's
well.
next time. That's next time.
I got a game. It's very important, and
Okay.
I'm definitely looking forward to it.
Okay.
I think you're looking forward to it as well, maybe? Star
Yes.
Wars?
Oh
Jedi?
yeah.
Survivor?
Yes.
Hell
Sweet mother.
yeah.
Yes. That's gonna be a good one too.
And I cannot wait to see how this adventure continues because
Mm-hmm.
it looks so much more, how can I say, maybe open, but not necessarily like an open world, right? Like, but I I like it. I like it a lot. Like, it looks so much more refined, so much more like the first game seemed like it's just a foundation. Really does. Now this, the Survivor, yeah, Jedi Survivor, it looks like a step up and looks like a proper sequel. And man, I cannot wait to get this game. When it's coming, March 17th. March 17th is coming out, so it cannot come sooner.
Yeah, yeah. Like I'm excited for that, and I also want to know where else we're gonna be in the universe, like
Oh,
what's going on, because the first one was during Rogue One technically, so
oh yeah,
this will
that's
probably
right.
like is this gonna be during The Empire Strikes Back? No, that's before. I can't. I lost my episodes, but I'm curious. I want to see what's gonna be going on. Like, are we gonna face Darth Vader again? What's I want to see who's gonna be showing up as side characters in this title too. So like it's gonna like the guy from Andor. I think that's him. So I think that's him. So it's still technically kind of during Rogue One, I guess. So I'm definitely, I hope he runs into Darth Vader again, because that boss fight with Darth Vader was the coolest thing I've ever seen. That was so crazy.
So powerful,
yes, and
man.
it was almost terrifying. I loved it. So yeah, I'm all for it. I just love Star Wars. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing more, and I hope they give Cal his own show soon. I thought he was going to show up in one of the Disney shows also sooner or later, but that's just a rumor. So like he's a good character.
I like his beard.
Yeah, the beard works. The beard definitely does work. It shows how much he's aged. It does.
Yeah, what was it, like 5 years continuation, right? 5 years did it pass? I think it was 5 years, they said.
I'm not
for
sure.
Survivor, the Jedi Survivor. I think it's 5 years since the last game.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 5 years. Yeah, he can. Like, I assume he was like maybe 19. I can't remember how old was he in the first game.
He was young. He was probably like in like his early and probably like 19 or maybe like early 20s, yeah. Possibly.
It makes sense. 5 years later, he can definitely grow out that kind of beard and stuff. Even though it's not really proper beard if you think about it. But still, he looks good. He looks good. Like the beard, the thing he's got.
He looks like a proud dad with that. I love it. I love it. God. It's gonna be good.
The best thing about this as well, no more fucking ponchos. Fuck those ponchos.
Yeah,
the clothes that you go over and like looks so dumb, like so stupid. I don't like the way the ponchos thing he's got. Now he looks like a proper adventurous kind of guy. Like it's just like I said, it works really well.
Hades 2 looks really cool, even though I still didn't finish the first one. It looks really cool. For the
I
trailer.
actually didn't even pick up the first one.
It's really cool. The art direction is the overall art is very, very cool looking, and then the combat, it keeps you on your toes. I've been really liking roguelikes lately, and strategy games, and this is a game that is was always it's a game that's like based off of the whole get good mentality, but when you got good at it, you felt like a complete badass when you did it. Like with those boss fights and everything, once you got the hang of it, the game would progress with you. And that's something that made Hades really stand out to me. It was like when you got better at the game game would notice that, and you would actually learn more about your characters, and it's really, really cool how they do certain things with that. So I'm definitely down to give this a go when it comes out. It's a very, very badass game, and I hope I do finish it. I just recently got a Steam Deck, and I'm playing that on the Steam Deck as of right now, and it's cool. Very, very excited to see more with this, and with the story too. So it's looks really, really cool. Oh, it's gonna actually be in early access next year.
Oh,
so it's gonna be on early. Oh wow!
It's the next game that I'm looking forward to. It's not a game; it's an expansion, slash DLC. I'm obviously talking about Horizon Forbidden West.
Okay.
The Burning Shores. It's coming out in April, and it looks awesome. But unfortunately, we didn't get to see much. So that's mentioned that all it showed that it's based in LA, in Hollywood. And it looks awesome. That's it. I hope it's going to be as big as Horizon Zero Dawn's Frozen Wilds DLC. Like as big as that or even bigger. But I think it will be bigger because we can literally fly on our mount.
Horizon looks cool though. It does.
Yeah. But either way, I'm looking forward to this Horizon Forbidden West DLC. I'm looking forward to the next game as well. I assume it's gonna be like the end of them all of those Horizon games, because like I think they need to wrap it up with it as a trilogy, because it's been already going on for too long. Because look, DLC after DLCs as well. It's like I think they're gonna need to wrap up the third game. You know, the next Horizon game, whenever it's coming up, probably after like 3-4 more years. Okay, here's the big one. I definitely wanted to talk about this. From Software's Armored Core 6. I know nothing about it.
Not me either. I'm like, what the hell is this game? And it's like, and then I saw the From Software
Robots.
logo, and I was like, oh,
This
okay.
Transformers? Doesn't it seem like it a little bit? But again, it's so much more darker and so much more, well, I can't say cooler because I haven't seen it yet, you know, the Armored Core 6. But I did take a look at the Armored Core 5. God, that looks shit.
How long ago did it come out? How?
Well, the gameplay I've seen was like 10 years ago.
Oh, jeez, then that's why.
It's very old, and I mean, people wanted it to come back. I also know that From Software has like studio, right? They got like Studio A for From Software and Studio B, kind of like that. And so it's like a different studio From Software is making this. And I believe it's the studio who made Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. I think they're the ones making this. Yeah.
Okay.
I think, or a main developer is actually a part of this project or something like that. I did hear about that. At least I checked it out on Twitter and from reliable sources and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
It's interesting. I'm interested how different would it go. Like, is it literally going to be like you as an armored robot going around the world taking down other armored robots? How would that be compelling? That's so interesting. It's like, you know, like I assume in this game they don't talk, right? Like armored robots, so maybe there's humans inside and there's gonna be interactions like that. But again, this is From Software. They're not really known for that, right? They're a lot more all about the gameplay, not much about, you know, like cutscenes.
Yeah.
Right. It's gonna be. This is why it's piqued my interest. It's gonna be so interesting. How much of a difference would this be comparing this Armored Core 5, Armored Core 6, and yet with so much delay between these games? And From Software, with that they're known for making Souls-like experiences. Maybe this is gonna be a Souls-like experience with robots. Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's incredible how they From Software is managing to craft these games. It genuinely is incredible. They got the Game of the Year for Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. They got the Game of the Year once again for Elden Ring. Congratulations, by the way. It's incredible, and they deserve it for sure.
I as always with this trailer, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I'm interested in whatever is next.
Oh, I love. Did you that music? Did you hear the music in the trailer? It was so good.
I don't remember it, but I imagine it was pretty
that's
good.
very sad.
And when it comes to like when it comes to like mechs and robots, you always I imagine like some crazy like, you know, metal and, you know, just dark, basically like dark energy type music. I could see it. I can already imagine it now as I watch this trailer. So it looks good. Looks pretty good. We'll see what happens next. Whenever there's no it's a working title, right? I don't think it has like a release or like an idea of release, right?
Actually, they did. 2023. 2023.
Damn.
That's just insane.
That's insane. Yeah. So they were working on this probably
after Sekiro.
Literally, yeah. Like you said, you know, they split they put their projects in different places, which is very, very smart. And
yeah, that's very good. At least we don't have to wait like 3-4 years for the next big game from them.
We waited a long time for Elden Ring. How long did we wait for Elden Ring? How long of a wait was that?
Well, from Sekiro, then was 3 years. Oh Jesus, 3 years. Wow. 2019 Sekiro came out.
Jeez.
Elden Ring came out early 2022. Yeah, 3 years.
Wow.
Jeez. That's too long, man.
Crime Boss looks like a fool. I don't know. I don't know what this game is, but once I saw Chuck Norris, I'm like, I guess I'm in. But did you watch the gameplay trailer for it? They released like 15 minutes or something like that for gameplay.
Wait. The gameplay? No, I did not.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I'll see that video.
Talk about it. Talk about it. You can talk about it. It's fine.
I gotta
I'll
find
watch
it
it later anyway.
Let me try to find it while. It kind of gives me some Payday vibes. It looks like, I mean, if I'm being completely honest, it looks just like another FPS, and something you play with your friends.
That kind of sucks, to be honest with you, if it's just that.
I would like to get. They should do a beta. They should do a beta of this, and I kind of want to get some hands-on gameplay with this because I'm not particularly convinced.
I hate
personally.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but this looks like any generic first-person perspective game. I'm sorry, I gotta have to say this, but no, man.
That
kind of sucks.
I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm gonna be optimistic about this and just kind of hope that it does something different. But yeah, I gotta play it myself. I gotta definitely play it myself. This is definitely a game you're probably gonna need like with some friends. You guys get together and just like do stupid stuff. But yeah, this is the gameplay. But they have such a good cast of characters in this game. You know, I hope they really use that to their advantage to really bring more life to the game overall. Because I mean, it's just like Chuck Norris is in the fucking game. I like that alone. If they just put that on the case, I'm like, okay, I'm in. It's just the dumbest thing. It's so stupid, and I love it. It's so stupid. Yeah, it's so stupid, and I love stupid stuff in video games, and this just looks so stupid, and I want to give it a go. I definitely want to have some hands-on time with this, so I'll keep an eye out for this. It looks very, very simple. And I hate comparing games to other games, but it just looks like Payday. And if you're a fan of Payday, you know, keep an eye out for it. I played Payday for a bit. It was cool for like a weekend, and then it just kind of got boring after a while. And it looks like it's very big on stealth. Like this is probably going to be huge, like with communication and all these different things. But yeah. So I'll keep an eye out on this and see.
Final Fantasy 16.
Okay.
So we finally got an official date of release, June 22nd of 2023. Oh man, I cannot wait. It's so exciting, man. Like I played Final Fantasy 7 remake, and I platinumed that as well. And also I played Final Fantasy 15, and I platinumed that as well. I absolutely like Final Fantasy 7 remake actually got me into Final Fantasy games. It really did.
Which number was that again? Which number was that again? You said 16?
The newest one that's coming out is 16, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it's gonna be very exciting, man. Like, you know, it looks like a medieval setting, and how like the bosses that you can be fighting as, like you are Ifrit, like you basically, and it's like, man, the story and the uniqueness of it, the aesthetic, how dark in tone as well, a lot of cases is as well. It seems it's going to be a little bit of a step back compared to what I'm used to in Final Fantasy games in general, but I like that more. I genuinely like that more, and I hope that the story lives up to its, you know, to its name, because Final Fantasy, right? And the gameplay. I kind of hope it's something a little bit similar to Final Fantasy 7 remake. But I hope it's gonna be something different as well. A few cases maybe, but yeah, it looks good.
I mean,
it looks really good.
If it ain't broken, why change it? I mean, the combat from the remake was legit. I liked it for what it was. I mean, I only hope that they improve it even more and make it crazier. And from the trailer, with the powers that you do and the abilities, it looks like it's just crazier. And I'm definitely down for it too. It looks really crazy.
It reminds me of Final Fantasy 15 in terms of the craziness in combat that you can do. And that's why I kind of like it. But as long as it's more refined and a lot more polished up in terms of combat and actually tighter, right? I think it would be very beneficial for this game. And I'm looking forward to it.
On from there, I just want to. I'm not sure the Suicide Squad Batman trailer And I just want to say, with Kevin Conroy passing away, it kind of, I'm not really affected by many celebrity deaths, but like this one, it kind of did hit me. Like I was just like, damn. Yeah. And I really appreciate Rocksteady for doing this trailer. You know, it was not only was it still a trailer to see Batman and to see more Suicide Squad, but it was so respectful to him, and I really appreciate how they did that. And it's just like it was great. I just wanted to say that I'm still I'm very excited for Suicide Squad. And then I think it's also twice as more important because this is Kevin Conroy's last game as Batman. Yeah. So it's just like it's
so much more special.
It's very special, and it's just like it's gonna hit me in the feels. And
you remember when I was telling you about Suicide Squad, and even the last podcast, I said that I was still torn on it. I was like, I'm not that interested because Gotham Knights and how that ended up being was for me it was a disappointment. I'm not sure about you though. And now I'm looking at Suicide Squad, and it's Rocksteady on top of that, and because of the situation with Kevin, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to pick it up just simply because of Kevin. I want to support the Rocksteady, and even though I'm not like directly supporting Kevin and his family, it's just that symbol in my mind, just kind of easiness, like it makes it easier for me. I think I will end up picking it up. And when is it coming out? May, right?
I know it got delayed to next year.
Yep. I think it's coming out May 26th. I think it was May, right? I'm looking for the info as well.
Yeah, May 26th.
Oh, wow. I completely guessed that number.
Yeah, he hates that. Yeah, May 26th.
Let's see if this is the game that I'm going to be talking about.
I don't think so. Go ahead.
Cyberpunk.
Oh, Cyberpunk.
Wait, was that the game?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't, but it looks cool.
That's good. CD Projekt Red, please. If you need to, take all the time in the world. For love of God, just make sure this expansion actually works.
I'm curious. Yeah, that's a big one. But I'm also curious to see, because we know with how Cyberpunk ended. How is this going to work?
It's not after. It's
not
during the mid story. That's how it will work. I assume, because V is still there.
Is he? Because I thought it was said that you're gonna be playing as Idris Elba in this DLC.
Oh, that's what people assume. But V is there. We heard him heard him or her in the trailer. V
that's
is
true.
like.
That's true.
So no way. I don't think we'll play as Idris Elba, but it would be pretty cool if we could. Actually, it doesn't matter. I can just make my character look like Idris Elba. What's wrong with that?
Diablo 4. I am extremely excited for Diablo 4, especially with the release date being 6/6. I wish we were in the year 2026 because it'd be 6/6/6. I would have really appreciated that release date, but they were trying to go for that. But Diablo 4 looks awesome, and then that release date, which is June 6th, I have that marked. I might buy the Ultimate I'm a Fanboy edition, so I can get that because with that you get into the early access beta. You get into the beta, and then you also get 4 days early access. And whenever games come up with like early access, that's like my weakness. I like being at games early. I just like to feel special. So I'm probably gonna buy the Ultimate Butt Boy edition just to get to that game early, because Diablo 3 was a huge part of my my college life and after that, and I loved it so much. So definitely down to give Diablo 4 a rundown. And I've seen the gameplay. I have my worries because Blizzard Activision and their practices are not something that I agree with, especially with Overwatch 2 and how just absolutely brutal they've been with their microtransactions. So I'm worried about that. But I'm probably still just gonna buy a game anyway and just deal with it because I love Diablo and I want more. So, but I am definitely aware of Blizzard's actions, and I'm worried about that. And I would not be surprised if they try to pull that same shit with this game. But whatever, it is what it is. So that's I'm very excited for Diablo 4. It might even be my most excited anticipated game. One of my most anticipated games of next year is definitely gonna be Diablo.
The CGI trailer looked very, very good. Like seriously, like,
I just love how so dark it is. Like they went back, to because I played Diablo 2. Diablo 2 was most known for how just dark and disgusting it was, and Diablo 3, that was the biggest problem with Diablo 3, is that it looked like a cartoon game compared to Diablo 2. So they're going way back to actually being like a borderline horror game, and it's gonna be good. So I'm definitely down for it. Very interested. Like if you watch all the trailers, they're brutal. Like they're very violent. So it's just like I'm definitely interested.